Ladies and gentlemen, the field of 33 have just answered the call. This is the starting grid as they have qualified for the 109th annual Indianapolis 500. On the pole with an average speed of 232.790 miles per hour is a freshman driver and team shocking the paddock and making history. Robert Schwartzman is the first rookie to win the pole since Teo Fabi in 1983 and the first Israeli to race in the Indy 500, while Prema Racing scores its first pole in their inaugural IndyCar season, something that was last accomplished by Mayer Motor Racing in 1984. In the middle of row 1 with his best start in the Indy 500 is Takuma Sato. The last 2 times he qualified this well, he later went on to win. And starting on the outside is the top Aaron McLaren entry in the field, who came so close to winning last year before a last lap pass. It's 2-time and defending runner-up Pato O'Ward. In row 2, Scott Dixon holds the record for the most laps led in this race, but has led the most important lap only once back in 2008. Felix Rosenquist hopes his Creed car will take him higher to celebrate in the winner's circle, and amazing Alex Palou has been nearly unstoppable over the last few races. Is this a sign that he'll get his first Indy 500 win? Ever since he signed with Ganassi, Palou has finished no worse than 9th in this race. Row 3, David Malukas returns to the Brickyard after a 1-year absence driving for AJ Foyt's team. Christian Lundgaard has 3 podium finishes this season, which makes this his best shot at his first oval victory. And 2022 Indy 500 winner Marcus Ericsson races with added caution after a wreck in the opening lap led to a disappointing last place finish last year. To row 4, out of the 3 Penske teammates that went through technical inspection before top 12 qualifying, Scott McLaughlin had the only car that passed. This is not the same car he won the pole with last year, as a crash left it totaled later in the day. McLaughlin opted to not qualify a backup and will maintain the 10th spot. Meanwhile, Hoosier favorite Connor Daly is looking to become the first Indiana native to win the 500 in 85 years, and 2016 winner Alexander Rossi has finished in the top 5 in his last 3 Indy 500 starts. Row 5, Kiffin Simpson bounced back from a practice crash on Fast Friday to qualify on the inside in 13th. Owner-driver Ed Carpenter goes for his first 500 victory in his 22nd attempt, and Santino Ferrucci has finished inside the top 10 in all 6 of his prior starts here. In row 6, looking to take the Dogecoin card to the moon is Canadian Devlin DeFrancesco for Rahal Letterman Lanigan Racing. Stingray Robb might be a dark horse pick as he drives for Yunko's Hollinger Racing, and sophomore Christian Rasmussen looks to bounce back after 2 separate practice crashes. Row 7, NASCAR Cup Series point leader Kyle Larson is in his 2nd attempt to complete the double after rain ruined any chance of him competing in the Coca-Cola 600 last year. Defending Indy Next champion Louis Foster makes his Indy 500 debut, and on the outside is Callum Ilott from Cambridge, the teammate to the rookie pole sitter. Row 8, Elio Castroneves continues his quest to become the first 5-time Indy 500 champion, and in doing so becomes the 4th driver to make 25 starts in the greatest spectacle in racing. Kyle Kirkwood, who finished 7th last year, is the only driver who has won a race this season that's not named Alex Palou, and Nolan Siegel makes his Indy 500 debut for Aaron McLaren after missing the race last year. Back to row 9, you'll find both Dreyer and Weinberg cars starting side by side. Ryan Hunter-Reay was victorious in 2014, and Hollywood Jack Harvey takes control of the 2nd entry before he heads back to the Fox Sports booth. After Colton Herta crashed his primary car in qualifying, the defending IndyCar Championship runner-up managed to time in 27th a few hours later. Row 10, the furthest spotted driver won the Indy 500 from is 28th, twice. Graham Rahal starts in that position and managed to avoid bump day after another tumultuous qualifying session. Marco Andretti in his 20th straight Indianapolis 500 looks to finally break the curse that has plagued his family since 1969, and another heroic story from Marcus Armstrong. After crashing in the same spot as Herta, Armstrong had to be carried out on a stretcher, but this didn't deter him, and lo and behold, he later got a road course car up to speed and made the show. And in row 11, a dramatic turn of events in bump day ended with Rocket Venus VK, who previously started no worse than 7th, bumping his Dale Coyne Racing teammate from the field. The punishment for the other 2 Team Penske entries who were caught with unapproved modifications to their cars is to start at the tail end of the grid. Joseph Newgarden looks to become the first driver to win 3 consecutive Indianapolis 500s, and 2018 winner Will Power wants to secure another 500 victory, but the path towards both goals won't be easy. When the gun went off last Sunday, 1 team was sent home, and unfortunately, rookie Jacob Abel was not fast enough to make the field in a paint scheme reminiscent of Danny Sullivan's spin spin-in win from 1985. And ladies and gentlemen, there's your field of 14 nationalities, 8 past winners, 3 rookies, and 2 engine manufacturers, but most importantly, 33 starters for the 2025 Indianapolis 500.